So a lot of us have a desire to show people what we like and what we're good at doing. And so now in the day and age of YouTube, we are available to do that, but it's knowing where and how to start is probably the hardest part. So what I want to do with today's video is actually go through some of the ways on how to make a video. Let's simple that down. Make video 2022. Simple, isn't it? So with no further ado, let's go straight into it and look at what cameras that we're gonna need to make video 2022. So first of all, we have our main contender and the route that a lot of people are gonna be going around, and that is your mobile phone, your cellular device. Yes, this thing not only calls your mom when you're in a bit of a scramble, but you can actually use it to make pretty good content, surprisingly enough. And to be honest, all phones can do it. I got the Samsung S21 Ultra with an absolute phenomenal camera, but in reality, you don't need even that camera. Any camera will do. Lighting is the most important thing, and we'll get onto that in a bit. But there are two routes with it. The camera phone is right there. You've probably already got it. You don't need to spend any extra money, and it will capture exactly what you want it to capture. The downside is you don't get images like this. You don't get that kind of blurred depth of field unless you're using the fancy new Apple thing, but that phone costs as much as a camera, so what's the bloody point there? And you're stuck to just the way that a phone looks. And a phone looks how a phone looks. It doesn't look like this. But that's no matter, you've got it there and you can start making content. The most important thing is to actually start making content solely because you need to practice how you talk, how you look, and how you want your videos to be structured. And the editing is probably more important there. The other option is whether you get a mirrorless camera or a DSLR, but I would go with a mirrorless camera. I'm gonna cut to the chase. I could do a whole video talking about this whole camera subject, but I'm just gonna say the Sony 6400 is the best option there. It's got autofocus, it's compact, and it's extremely easy to use, and it's your best option. There are other options out there like the Sony ZV-1, whatever it is, the other camera, and it's basically the same. You don't need to cash out thousands on a camera. You just want a pick up and shoot one, really. The next one is where I actually didn't spend enough time putting funding into it, and that is a tripod. Getting a tripod or something to keep up your phone, your camera, and anything is honestly the easiest thing in the world. It will change your life knowing that you don't have to stack it on a load of books. You can get cheap ones off Amazon if you want to. If you want to know, link down below. Support the channel. There are a load of cheap tripods out there. It just makes your life a whole lot easier and means that you can move around and go wherever you want with the camera. The next thing is picking a microphone. Picking a microphone can be absolutely mind-boggling, but there are so many choices out there. To be honest, all you need to do is just look at a video showing the best microphones recently. You've got things like Rode video mics, but they are quite expensive. What I would suggest if your budget is low is look on secondhand sites and try and get yourself a microphone secondhand. To be honest with you, that's exactly what I did with a lot of my equipment. But then take it again. The most important stuff, get it brand new. The setup that I'm currently using is a Rode shotgun mic attached onto a H4n Zoom, which is an audio recorder. You don't need all that, to be perfectly honest with you. You could do it with just a Video Mic Pro, but I don't have a Video Mic Pro. Your next friend that you're going to need, probably, the most important friend that you're going to need is lighting. Lighting can be a ball ache, and it can absolutely make or break a video, because if I turn all this off, then the video is just gonna look like cack. But you don't need these lights. To be perfectly honest with you, when I started my channel, I didn't have these lights. I literally used the tiny lights. These are exactly the lights that I started out with. Cheap, cheerful, do the job. All you need to do is light your face. And if you don't have these, you could use something a little bit easier. It's called the sun. It can make shots look still great. A lot of the films that I do a lot of natural lighting because I love how natural lighting looks. But saying that, I've got these newer lights. So now you're done with the equipment setup, it's time to look into what you're going to need to actually make the videos. Whether you're on computer or tablet, today I'm going to concentrate on if you've got a computer. I will make a video in the future of editing on a tablet or a phone, but today we're going to look at the computer. I've done a video before, which I'll link down below, and I'll put a little card up which goes through exactly some of the best editing softwares you can buy today, but the one I would always recommend is the Adobe Creative Cloud. And that is Premiere Pro and After Effects. Premiere Pro is all you need. By using these products, you can actually change your video from being a boring low quality video to adding in transitions, titles, and effects to actually make your videos something even more. And yeah, it's a game changer. It can really make or break a video. And that's what I find is a lot of videos which aren't exactly the highest quality, the best lighting and all that can be solved just by some good editing. And the thing on top of that is learning to understand editing and how it really impacts a video. Say if I left out a lot of the cuts and braises that I have in these, or do choppy cuts, the video starts to get really boring. Once you've done that, you are at the end. You have successfully made a video. It depends on what kind of video you're going to make. It depends on how many of these points you're going to tick. But it's all about the process and understanding the process. Those are the most important parts. Doesn't matter what everybody says, equipment isn't important until it is. If you shot on your potato phone and it looked like a potato and it sounded like a potato, nobody's gonna watch that. But learning to grow a YouTube channel is something I'm still in the process of. I'm experienced at making videos. I'm not experienced in growing a successful YouTube channel. So ladies and gentlemen, I do hope that this has helped you. All the links are down below if you want to see any of the products that I've got. All of my gear list is down there. It does support the channel, so but I just want to say thank you to you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hit that like button and subscribe button, you know, the huge. And I will see you in the next one. See, now I'm at the point where I've got to edit the video now. And in reality, making a video isn't easy. It really isn't. But the best advice that I could give you is just take your time. Take your time and learn. The two best things to know. Best things. Right then, I will see you in the next one.